Hello there, and welcome to another podcast episode of Nourish You with me, your host, SALEMA'S. The art of moving with purpose. That is your invitation to nourishment this week. This week's offering comes from a place of quiet personal transformation and reflection, taking form in a poem that I hope will resonate, providing support and nurturance for you in times of change. Personally, for me, over the past 3 months, I've been navigating a profound shift in my body, mind, and soul. Journaling journeying through my Pilates training and spending reflective time with the wonderful cohort of HIVE women in our peer group. What started as very subtle nudges and changes in my physical practice has rippled into the deeper layers of my thoughts, identity, and energy. And this has happened not only through the physical practices that I've been going through, but also through our cohort meets. Along the way, I've met resistance, softness, truth, and I managed to release. And all of this in the process to understand my motivation versus intention. This simple poem then reflects the essence of that journey, my journey, the unravelling, the remembering, the tenderness, the power, the quiet truths, and the quiet resilience that comes to the surface when we move through change with presence and let the layers fall away. In the Zen teachings, Enzo is a great word to encapsulate this essence, which basically roughly translates and represents as wholeness, the cycle of life, imperfection, and the beauty of the present moment, symbolizing the process of becoming and not perfection. In a world where perfection is all around us, it offers a quiet refuge. It reflects the fluidity of transformation, just like my journey over the past 3 months. And it is often drawn, if you look at the symbol, in a single breaststroke. It embodies that sense of mindfulness and freedom. This week, my wish is that these words offer you a gentle mirror for your own path. Whether you're in a season of growth, stillness, or still perhaps searching for something, let these words speak to you where you are and remind you that you're not alone in the becoming. Wherever you are, take a comfortable seat. Have your feet on the floor if you're sitting on a chair with your back upright, resting the palms facing up on the top of the knees, or you may cradle the right hand in the left and sit the hands just below the navel center. Elbows soft and out to the side. Close your eyes for a moment. If you're sitting on the floor, you can sit cross-legged, or if you have a favorite yogic position you want to take that now. Just let yourself feel grounded from wherever you find yourself now. Whether you're seated on a chair or seated on the floor, really try and anchor down through your sit bones. Become particularly aware of the heaviness of your seat as it makes contact with the earth. Let your shoulders reach down towards the sacrum and just soften across the chest. Soften the lips by wetting the lips a few times, softening into the cheeks and across the forehead. Start to really listen, not block out, but just listen. And then hear these words for the art of moving with purpose. In a world that rushes, the art is not in how fast we move, but in how aware we are with each step. Whether lifting, reaching, walking, or still, every moment becomes an invitation to return. To move with purpose is not to force, but instead it is to listen. To notice the breath as it arises, to feel the feet as they root, to feel the seat as it grounds, to allow the spine to grow tall, not in effort, but in remembering its true nature. Purpose is not intensity. Purpose is clarity. When we bring attention to motion, even the smallest gesture becomes meaningful. Reaching becomes intention. Rotation becomes freedom. And stillness becomes strength. Zen teaches us that when walking, just walk. When sitting, just sit. In our own practice, we might say, when rolling down, feel the spine. When rising, honour the ground. This is presence. This is movement with soul. So whether you're flowing through Pilates or sitting still in meditation, or maybe just standing in line somewhere, remember, move less to get somewhere. Move more to be somewhere. And that somewhere is now. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And slowly open the eyes and maybe release from the seat you're in. So in a world that often feels like we're always rushing around, it's forcing us to rush ahead. Lately, I've been discovering that there's something deeply grounding about embracing both strength and serenity through mindful and functional movement. This isn't just about exercising or working out, but instead is about listening to our changing body, discovering its potential and honouring it in a way that feels both nurturing and empowering. After having many and varied conversations of late, this appears to be the realization for many. As someone who's worked in functional creative movement and mental health for over 2 decades, I've come to realize that the practices of yoga and Pilates combined can offer more than just flexibility or toning, but instead they can provide the very foundation for functional movement, which translates into a body that moves well in daily life. And that's why I want to share with you today how yoga, Pilates, and functional movement have shaped my practice, my life, and how they can help you find balance, strength, and serenity in your own body. So strength and serenity, I can't even say the word now. Strength and serenity often feel like they live on opposite sides of the spectrum. One calls for power, endurance, and effort. The other asks for stillness, peace, and surrender. But over the last few years, especially, I found that true strength is born out of moments of this serenity. And serenity becomes more profound when it's rooted in strength. Here's then how each practice contributes to that balance. Yoga, building calm from within. Yoga has been such a huge part of my life since 2004. It's where I learned the art of stillness and breath. And I found that yoga doesn't just open your body, but instead it opens your mind and spirit as well. It allows you to be fully present with yourself, tuning in to what your body truly needs. But yoga also challenges us. It asks us to hold poses that stretch and strengthen in ways that build both endurance and flexibility. It's in those moments of holding a pose when everything burns, but you choose to stay, that you begin to understand how strength and serenity aren't mutually exclusive, but instead they're entwined. Yoga is where I first learned that functional movement isn't just about looking a certain way, but instead it's about moving in a way that supports you in your body where you are in everyday life. Pilates, the power of precision. Pilates introduced me to the importance of core strength and alignment. Not always something that you get in a yoga practice. While yoga stretches and strengthens, Pilates brings a whole new level of control and precision to movement. The focus is on building strength from the center, your core, and improving the way you move through space and time. I love how Pilates works deeply with the smaller muscles in the body, bringing a deeper awareness to posture, breath, and alignment. Also, it's worth saying that the beauty of Pilates is that it's not just about becoming toned, but it's about creating functional strength that supports you through everyday life. I've seen firsthand how Pilates helps to create a lean, strong, and flexible body. But most importantly, it's about training your body to function better in every moment, whether that's you sitting at your desk, lifting a bag, shopping, or simply walking. Functional movement, the art of moving with purpose. This is where yoga and Pilates meet, something truly magical. In my own practice, I found that understanding how to move more efficiently with control and with intention has transformed my body in ways I didn't expect, especially at my age, at 57. It's not just about looking good. I'm more concerned with preserving my bone density, my functional movement as I get older. And this is why Pilates, and also combined with weight training and resistance work, is so good for you as you begin to age. It's not about just looking good or pushing through the intense workout, but instead it's about feeling aligned and empowered in every moment you make and taking into account your recovery times. Listen to when your body needs to recover and don't always push, push, push. This is also another aspect of Pilates that has been beneficial for me. Really understanding recovery times. When we move functionally, we engage muscles in a way that make daily tasks easier, healthier, and more sustainable. It's the little things, how you stand, sit, or bend, that can make such a huge difference. These practices give us the awareness to move with more purpose, more ease, and more control, which, as I touched upon a few moments ago, really is the key for longevity and a pain-free life. The practices, integrating it all. For me, practice is where all these elements come together. It's not about doing everything perfectly, but rather giving yourself the space to explore, reflect, and integrate what you've learned. Practice is the perfect way to take the principles from yoga and Pilates and bring them into real life, whether it's through a series of intentional movements or just simple mindful practices. So, why am I so passionate about sharing this? Well, this is what I want for you. Whether you're someone who's just starting out or maybe a seasoned practitioner, I want to help you connect to your body, build a strong foundation, and cultivate serenity in a way that feels nourishing and maybe different to what you've experienced in the past. That is why I'm pleased to be telling you that I will be offering personalized one-to-one sessions again from mid-June 25 to guide you through a practice that is tailored to your goals, whether you're looking to build more strength, increase flexibility, or simply move more functionally in daily life. The beauty of a bespoke practice is that it evolves and involves you, meeting you where you are and helping you move forward. Does that sound interesting to you? I hope so. So let's create something together that works for your body, your life, and your unique journey that you're on. If you're ready to embrace a balanced practice where strength meets serenity, I'd love to work with you. Let's explore yoga, Pilates, and functional movement in a way that feels intentional, empowering, and most importantly, personal. Nourish you where strength meets serenity. In today's fast-paced world, as I said, your body deserves more than just a general one-size-fits-all, something I learnt many years ago when I was doing my Iyengar training. In my private one-to-one Pilates and yoga latte sessions, we blend the flow of yoga with the precision of Pilates. We enhance with props like weights and resistance bands to create a more refined, mindful, yet strong conditioning experience. This tailored approach allows you to engage in a practice that is both nurturing and challenging, ensuring that your body moves in the safest and most functional way. So, what to expect? A personalized program designed for your body goals and lifestyle, hands-on guidance with expert attention in every session when in a physical space, studio or home. And if we do it online, you'll get very safe adjustment cueing. Use of props, as I said, providing nurturance in a safe, functional but creative way. A harmonious balance of mindful movement and powerful conditioning. And visible results in posture, muscle tone and flexibility. Pilates sculpts the body, creating a very long, lean, strong, and balanced appearance that radiates from the inside out. So, who are these sessions ideal for? Well, anyone that wants to dive a bit deeper and perhaps a bit slower into functional anatomy to help with their range of movements and perhaps injuries, as well as anyone wanting to sculpt, tone, and improve overall wellness through mindful movement. Sessions are available in the comfort of your own home, private studio sessions, or online. And this is just not exercise. Think of it more as refined movement, a refined movement experience designed for lasting strength, elegance, and beauty. Spaces are limited to ensure exclusivity and focus, so you can inquire now for a consultation to begin your journey to a stronger, more balanced you by dropping me a message at my email or through my link tree, which is on my Substack post. If you are listening to this via any podcast platform, please go to linktree/SalemaViliou and you can get more information there. So, that is the end of this week's podcast. I hope that the poem will offer you a little bit of support and nurturance wherever you find yourself. And as always, thank you for listening, sharing, and reading my work. I appreciate that. And please feel free to share with anybody else that you might know that could be interested in any of these subjects. So until next time, me, SALEMA'S, your host, signing off and wishing you a well and fun and mindful day.